Welcome to Balls and Brews. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, gents.
Cheers.
102, y'all.
102, starting with a 9-9.
That you brought?
Yeah, that's a 9-9.
That's a really good beer. Big juicy bear hug by our friends at Goose Island out of Chicago.
You can
Illinois.
taste the alcohol, but you still
There's
do taste
so
the...
much layered flavor in there.
Yes, there is. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Well, it's supposed to be a tropical, right? It's
full of
it's a hazy.
sunshine and tropical sweetness. No, it's not a hazy. It's an Imperial IPA.
Okay. I thought it was a haze, too. I like a hazy Imperial.
No, this
you
is...
could just look
Well, because it says juicy. It says juicy.
Right, but it's a West Coast for sure.
But it is a juicy.
It's very layered. It is very tropical, which I like a lot.
Without the haze.
Agreed. You can have a juicy IPA, and that's exactly what this is. But 9-9, like you mentioned, so basically a tenor, right? Oh, yeah, no, the booze hits you up front, but what's nice is that it has that layer of, like, what would you say that tropical, it's kind of, there's a little citrusy to it. There might be, like, a little mango.
Yeah, there's something that mellows with the citrus.
Melon, there's a little melon action going on in there in some direction.
What does it remind me of?
You were the one hot that you're like, don't take too big a swig to your.
I just took a little swig. That wasn't a big one.
So what do you guys think? Overall, yay, nay? I like it. I like it a lot.
It's a 9-9. Yeah. I'm not really.
Well, you're drinking one of them.
Yeah. I'm probably not ever drinking another one, but.
Not never?
Well, I don't know, man. I just like. That's not. I mean, it's not like it's a 9-9 brown that I'm like totally.
It's not an easy drink.
Yeah.
Per se, like you're not gonna have a 6-pack of these to yourself.
Yeah. You're not gonna. Getting one of these down is gonna make us feel nice and bright-eyed.
Yeah. My cheeks will be nice and rosy by the time we get 10, 15 minutes in.
So I brought it, but it was like, I'm pretty sure. I bought these for Chuck.
Right. You did.
They were in the fridge.
Yeah.
And he didn't drink any. I was like, oh, shit. And then the next day, the Chuck came over. We got fucking smashed.
Well, you were. I had a couple.
I was smashed. And we drank a couple of these, and I drank the tropical and the other one, which were actually really good.
Yeah, the regular IPA and the hazy.
But I didn't realize that the whole pack wasn't like 6.7, 6.8, maybe a couple 7s. I knew there was one. Well, I knew there was one because one does say Imperial. I thought this was just going to be just a juicy IPA.
But this has Imperial.
And the can's cool.
Yeah.
I dig it. Check it out. It'll be up on X
But
and
the
Instagram.
box doesn't say it, fuckers.
I'm sure it does.
Probably did.
It does. It has to, of course.
I think now that we're drinking a new one. One of our friends from Voodoo. Sponsor us, Voodoo.
We'll be tagging that shit.
There's another one I got to send you a picture of. I think there's another one in the pack that we haven't had either. The tropical fruit punch we have had, but it's called the tropical pack. So the one we're drinking today, there's another one. I'll have to look it up. Maybe I can find it on my phone between sessions.
All right.
But yeah, it's like but a home run overall on the bear hugs. If you see the bear hug, a mix pack, grab it. It's a home run in general.
This is like for it not being a thick beer. It's very thick.
It's
you
thick.
know what I mean? Like
yes, I totally
layers.
Get it.
It hangs on the back of your palate for quite some time.
You would not think that it would be as thick as it is when you see it,
dude. There's a lot of layers.
Well, that's where that Imperial comes in.
The extra booze
stands on that.
It's hot. It's a hot beer, which is kind of funny, right?
Really, even Imperial though, you getting close to that 10% mark. That's heavy, dude.
Sure. And doing it with hops and not malts is very different.
Yes.
Like when you do it with a darker beer, you can normally add some chocolate or some sort of like deep.
Correct.
You can change
like a vanilla flavor.
Right.
You
can make it sweeter.
You can do other things.
Or you can like depress the alcohol flavor with like other things.
Yeah,
but like
chocolate. Like
no, this is just straight fermented fruit and hops, so it just kicks up but it doesn't overdo it, I would say. It's right on that line.
No, it's drinkable.
No, it's drinkable. But like we said, you had what one? Did you have one of these when you were over that night? Do you remember which one?
I had the standard IPA,
and it was good.
It's the West Coast.
Yeah, yep. it's just, and the hazy was not quite as hazy as I want it to be, but it was still a pretty good beer.
I feel it's so funny. I feel like there should be multiple categories to the hazy category at this point because I really don't like it when somebody advertises a hazy and I barely get like a little like I want that bitch to be looking like.
I can't remember what it looked like.
I want that shit to be almost pulpy.
If we can remind ourselves, I was pretty drunk at that point in the night.
Yeah, I showed up. That was your golfing day. So yeah,
that was
that was golfing. Yeah.
No, we came back from camping.
Camping. Woo.
We were camping with all the nieces and nephews, and then we went to lunch, and we came back from lunch kind of.
Yeah. Oh, that was that night. Oh, those are two different days. 2 different nights. Yeah. Correct. Okay.
You guys have any new drinks or food intake?
Dude, I went and tried Big Ed's Alley Diner.
Man. You ever been, Trev?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, home run.
It's in a
go for breakfast.
It's in a not great place.
It's right across the street from Fantasy Girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, but I mean, some of those places,
Greasy Spoon, brother, and it hit. I had a steak sandwich that was phenomenal.
Dude, it was. So Chuck had dinner there. I've only had breakfast. Home run on every breakfast I've ever fucking had there.
They were saying that they were known for their breakfast, but
chicken fried steak.
By the time we got there, it was like 5 o'clock. I saw
one plate has a chicken fried steak, and one plate has everything else.
Holes in the wall in town are really good.
Dude, it's solid.
You know what I love, and a shout out to this any place that still does this, because I went to Peg's yesterday, and they do this as well. They have an open kitchen. You can literally see what's going on in the kitchen. Like it's not hidden away.
No waiting shit happening, huh?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, a little floor spice makes everything nice.
That fucking movie's amazing.
That movie, it's shout out to that dude. That's a drop. That is a funny fucking movie. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, two good places, Charlie. 2 great places.
Oh yeah, no, and Peg, shout out. You made me a meat lover's omelet yesterday. That was phenomenal. But
not an omelet guy.
No.
I'm not an egg. I don't like people cooking my eggs. So,
okay.
I've had a weird. We've talked about my egg experience on pod. I'm pretty sure.
Do you want to revisit that?
No, I don't think we should. No, I don't think we should. Just not an omelet guy, huh?
Yeah, I just don't like that much egg in my breakfast.
I love eggs. I love eggs.
I mean, you can mess up some eggs.
Sure. You can mess up anything, though.
True. But yeah, I mean, I just like the whole idea of an omelet, just a kind of gabagoo of whatever you got as far as meat and vegetables just thrown all together. I mean, you can make it a scramble.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
it's
throw
a frittata if you don't like
egg on top of that stuff. Just something fried up in the morning.
Yeah, egg is honestly. It's funny your position on egg because I believe that it is not breakfast if they're not eggs. Like that's what defined breakfast. It's eggs and something. Yeah.
I know
about that. And that's fine. That's fine. But I have to have eggs with my breakfast.
If I'm crushing some French toast or some waffles, some pancakes, that's fucking breakfast, bro.
Yeah, you don't want eggs with your pancakes, though?
I will. If I'm making it, I might. But when I go out, I still eat the eggs when I go out. I just don't like.
That's not what's drawing your eyes.
No, I want the chicken fried steak and the potatoes before I want the eggs.
Did you do chicken and waffles?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because you love that maple shit. So
I love maple syrup.
It's a good combo.
I put maple syrup on everything. When I go to Denny's and you get like the lumber
meat guy,
you get like the lumberjack combo, and you get the piece of ham, the sausage, or whatever. Dude, I eat the eggs, get them out of the way, and then the whole plate gets covered in syrup.
Stories. Here you go. Yeah.
I eat the eggs and just move, or I might eat them.
We got it, Zach. You like maple syrup on
and
all
then
your
cover
breakfast
the whole entire thing in syrup and just eat like this maple syrup meat potato fest of amazingness.
Gross. Just murdered that whole breakfast.
Oh, fuck. It's so good.
I literally only like maple syrup on like pancakes, on the bread, whether it's French toast, waffle. I like all of them. I'll eat all of them, sure. But pancakes are my favorite out of those 3, to be fair.
It depends on who's doing it.
A nice fluffy pancake.
I love me an egg, a waffle, and a toaster.
Oh my lord!
Man,
You like what you like, Downey.
I mean,
I love French
quick cheap breakfast.
I love French toast at restaurants. So that's usually what I go to is like a French toast combo, French toast, 2 pieces of toast, or 2 pieces of egg. I always get them over easy or over hard, so I know they have to cook them. They're not sitting back in like this like heated thing. And then I get, usually bacon, maybe sausage. Only sausage if it's sausage patty. If it's sausage links, always go with bacon.
I prefer the patty as well.
I do like the patty more.
I don't mind links though.
I don't mind it if they're coming, but otherwise, if it's one or the other, I'll take the bacon. But if it's a patty, I'm going patty over bacon and link. Little breakfast breakdown for you. All right, Trevor, you.
I mean, there's nothing really new for my beer drinking. I've been just finishing up some pod beers. That breakfast conversation getting me hungry though, man.
We got Mickey D sitting down.
Yeah, we got a first segment break.
I love those like gourmet like French toast or pancakes that they can whip up at some nice
fluffy fucking pancakes, dude. Yeah. Fluffy, airy, just all day. I'll eat a whole stack of them.
So
bitches.
I would actually go.
But once again, soft waffle, right? It's got to be a soft waffle. I can't do that crunchy shit.
No. That's why I go French toast 1. Or French toast 1, pancake 2, and waffles of far 3. I usually don't order a waffle at a place because I get worried about that.
Right, it being overdone and it just being crunchy.
Because I've had one like that before where I was like...
Yeah, it's tough. And no matter how much syrup you put on it, it doesn't change the consistency.
No, it was bad.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get through that sumbitch. And I can eat fast. And I was like, oh my God.
And I can eat fast. Ricky Bobby.
I haven't really had anything new this week either. Kind of been a chill week.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, I don't think I really went out anywhere new. Leftovers. Yeah, nothing new really on the drinking or eating scale this week for me.
What about you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I did. I had some big ads, so I kind of let off the segment. But so we have to touch on a little sadness moment, a little RIP
Acknowledge
moment.
2 people that
icons.
They changed American history, as it were, even though one of them was British. But I mean, like,
so we had the passing of Ozzy Osbourne and the passing of Hulk Hogan
within like 48 hours of each other, right?
Dude, something crazy. It was
pretty quick. The turnaround was same week. I think it was literally 2 days. It was like everybody's talking about Ozzy, and then the next thing I hear you tag, it's like Hulk Hogan's dead too. It's like, okay.
I saw Ozzy when he did the comeback.
I love that.
We've been to some Ozfest together.
And Black, when he did the first one.
Oh, man.
Love that.
At Ozfest.
That's a check I'll never get off my board.
We saw a lot of people at that, though. We saw Rob Zombie was on the last concert on the small stage.
Yeah.
And then we saw... who else did we see on the big stage with Ozzy? It was
Iron Maiden.
Maiden was there. Yes,
Judas Priest
was there. We saw Judas Priest as Judas Priest when Rob Halford first came back.
Yes,
we saw them at that same venue, but we saw them as just only Judas Priest. I don't think Judas Priest was at.
It wasn't. It was right.
Yeah, I don't think they were at that Ozfest. They don't. Maybe they were. I know that Ozfest was.
Those are the end of the day shows, and we've been watching concert all day and drinking all day in the sun. I mean, it was a great experience.
I saw
2 stages most of the time, if not more.
There was another band I kind of liked there.
Dio's always there. We saw Slayer there.
Mammoth? What's the big animals with the tusks?
Yeah, no, Mammoth or Mastodon.
Mastodon. They were there one time. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't remember. They were pretty good. They were a little harder than I'm used to, but yeah, they were there. I remember them being there once.
There's always been a great group of artists that go to those. And
if you look back on most of the Ozfest lineups, they're pretty fucking legit. Like, Ozzy was way ahead of the game in putting on bands that were just about to break, and then they get onto this massive stage, right? And then they just go fucking crazy.
And to have his like farewell at the back of the beginning, which I hope they put it out on some streaming device.
Of course they did. They said that they were going to. Yeah,
wow, with the lineups and everyone that came to honor him, that just seems so great. Like, oh my
look what he did for rock and roll, man. He like revolutionized it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that's a good way of putting it.
Like he's like the way he used like trying to be like kind of dark rock or whatever, not like, but like use like kind of, I don't know, make it scary kind of. I don't know like how to put it, but
they, as it were, Black Sabbath is pretty much the seed, as it were, right, for heavy music, whatever you want to call it, whether you want to call it metal or hard rock or
for all those he inspired and brought up within his like realm.
He was 19 when they started Sabbath, dude.
Toured with, and I mean, and bands like Motley Crue don't exist or aren't the same without him.
In the fucking 80s, dude. He literally was the 80s, right? Like Ozzy shaped rock in the 80s for sure, with Blizzard of Oz and like all of that stuff when he went
Randy
solo.
Rhodes,
insane.
Wild. Oh my goodness. It's just such he did so many like like working with other artists.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, and I always respect people who use their platform for positivity. He promoted right. He didn't want to bury the rock scene. He wanted to promote it. Exactly. That's why Ozfest was so fucking legit, because it could be like non-heavy band and then some heavy bands and then some non-heavy. Like they mixed it. It wasn't just like brutal death metal the whole time or whatever.
And he also, if you think about it, like his show where they followed him and his family around.
The Osbourne Sharad.
That was like one of the first like family reality shows. If you think back,
that
like
was
when that came out,
MTV with like that and Viva La Bam, and like I remember that whole era.
And that was peak reality show too, because there wasn't scripts for that show. It was just the cameramen actually sleeping at their house, filming 18 hours a day, just getting whatever they could to piece together.
They would set up like scenarios or whatever, but they wouldn't be like, okay, when this happens, you have to say this. Like shit would just happen, and then they would just react to it.
Yeah, I mean, it spawned a bunch of other reality shows that were
big time, very similar. That were reality shows are not reality shows anymore. They're just reality-based sitcoms, basically, right? Or something. Like, there's even things down to, like, Survivor's more scripted than you think it is. Like, there's so much shit out there now that, like, breaks, like, what you think reality TV really even is.
The other icon we lost, Hulk Hogan, died.
What you gonna do, brother?
Dude, I agree. Just think about, like, all the games we used to play. Remember we used to stop on the way home and have like that like wrestling
matches, man. Yeah. Hulk was the guy. He was the biggest.
If you're doing a Rushmore, he's like maybe number one. Like he's not only on the Rushmore, exactly. Like he might be the numero uno.
Like his whole remember it was WrestleMania 3, right? When he slams Andre, he tears he feels his whole entire lat detach. That's like how many people were there? How many people watched it? It was like one of the biggest sporting events. Without being a sporting event,
like 50,000 is what they said, 50,000 plus.
Right, and that's like not pay per view. That's in 1985 or something,
3 or something.
Yeah, where he does that. Like he is like Ozzy's the 80s of rock. Hulk Hogan's like he was big in 90s.
Pop culture, dude.
His 80s of like all that going down in the 80s and late 80s, what that wrestling was, dude. And then leading into the 90s to make the 90s what it was. He's like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. He's like all three of them. Like it didn't get handed off. He like led it from the 80s into the 90s. And there was other people like that we watched in the 90s. But think about how big he was all the way through the 90s of wrestling, too.
I mean, those are great comparisons. He led the way for wrestling to become what it has. I mean, doing like being in movies and doing all branching it to go beyond even wrestling.
Well, he pushed it. No, he literally pushed it into mainstream.
Was it 24-inch
when we were kids? He started early because like even in like the 70s and late 70s and 80s, he was killing it. But like when we were kids, like still Hulk Hogan was exactly.
Think about like shit. Remember like when he left from WWF
to WCW
and then became a bad guy in NWO. Yeah, remember how that was just like insane in our like lives that everybody talked about it. Dude, Hulk Hogan just went heel. Hulk Hogan's a bad guy, the ultimate good guy. Carried the American flag with him, man, and then he goes to the bad guys.
Well, because it wasn't like that's on the back of like a 20-some-odd plus year career already. He had never heel turned. There's sometimes you flip flop, right? You just get kind of used to. The Rock's done it a million times. Austin's done it a million times.
Well, Steve Austin's always been the anti.
Fair. That's fair.
He's never
right
been
in the middle. He's the good and bad guy at the same time.
He's the bad guy to the company.
He is an anti-hero.
But he's the good guy to the fucking fans, man.
Dude, it's funny though. I loved wrestling as a kid, and now like the product still isn't bad, but it's just hard to suspend belief the same way that you could when you were a kid, right?
Right.
Like, and I do believe that they did so much more with like storylines, and they did try to like some of it was extremely trashy, and I didn't know that as a kid, right? But like you go back and watch some of these things, bro,
crazy.
It was, dude. There's like things
different
that got away with.
Well, Kane and Undertaker being brothers and shit, and dude, Kane never talked, and then
Triple H, there's an episode Triple H screws Kane's dead wife in the like casket. They literally filmed Triple H like in the casket humping air, thinking that it's supposed to be Kane's dead wife.
What?
That's the storyline. I'm not lying to you. You can look it up. That's how crazy. Anyway, we're getting way off topic of Hulk Hogan.
Oh boy.
Yeah, not even a sidebar. That's a fucking out in the parking lot conversation. But good on, he was kind of a piece of shit person. We can't always just give straight highlights.
There's the whole recording of him with the N-word and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm kind of a racist. Like, yeah. He's not necessarily, but for icon wise, wrestling wise, what he did.
You can't tell the story of the 80s without either one of these dudes. No way. Like
Hulkamania was huge.
What are you going to do, brother? Hulkamania runs wild on you.
Yeah, what are you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? Do prayer, say your prayers, be nice to your parents, eat vitamins.
Or take your vitamins, eat your vegetables. Take your vitamins, eat your vegetables.
Let's get a cheers for those guys.
For the
icons. For the icons.
Real quick, let me ask you a favorite Ozzy song.
Oh, I don't know.
Over the Mountain, I like a lot.
Nice.
Crazy Train comes, but that's just.
You can also include Sabbath I would feel like.
I would have to open it up and look.
Okay, that's fair.
There are so many though.
Off the top of my head, Crazy Train, just because it's so popular, but it's in everything too, like movies.
It's a great fucking song. That if you don't know how to play that on guitar, you don't know how to play guitar. Like it's the first thing you should pick up and learn.
I don't know how to play guitar.
Exactly.
I play air guitar.
Yeah, me too. All right, rest in peace, y'all. So for sports wise, we're going to get into our beloved MLB. There's been some good – you guys, I like this part of the year, but it makes me hold my breath the most because this is where the Mariners do we get good for 3 weeks, and then we shat away the last fucking 12 to 15 games to lose a goddamn playoff spot.
I feel like I'm in bed with you there on the Giants too.
The Giants are a very curious case. Yeah. The NL West in general has kind of played out a little funky so far.
I'm holding tough. Still hoping to finish 500. Wasn't expecting
great performances.
Wasn't
lately.
Expecting. Hold on, team. Hold on, brother. Wasn't expecting to make playoffs, but very happy very happy with the way we've been hitting the ball lately. My boy Nick Kurtz, 2 weeks in a row on the ace hat too. Nick Kurtz goes 6 for 6, 4 bombs. First time a rookie's hit 4 bombs in a game. First time like a major leaguer's had as many like bases.
19
He
tied at 19 total bases because he had a double that would have almost went over the wall. One of his other hits was a double. He only had 1 single. That's the craziest thing about that 6 for 6. It wasn't 6 for 6, 6 singles. 6 for 6, 4 dingers, a double, and then a single.
Yeah, he had himself a day. Like
historically, it might be the best performance we've ever seen offensively in the 150 years of Major League Baseball.
And he's a rookie.
Talk about being in the zone.
He's hitting real well right now too. He's hitting like 280. Next day he goes up, and they're playing the Stros too. You're welcome, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that.
Taking 3 for 4 of the Stros right now, actually.
Yeah.
Got a 10. Actually, it's already started. It's a half hour, and I have to check that score.
Hey,
but they're playing good right now. We'll see what happens. But super stoked. We got 2 rookies up for Rookie of the Year. Jacob Wilson's hurt right now. He has a hand contusion right before the All-Star game. Got beamed right in the hand. That bottom hand on the bat.
Right.
Took it right off that like pinky area, that hand area. And then you got Nick Kurtz, who just went 6 for 6, helping his own case right there. 4 bombs. He's crushing balls, dude, right now. And guess what? Guess where he was last year?
Where was he
last year?
Playing baseball for Wake Forest. So he's only not even been in the minors that long. Yeah. He's a 4-year player at Wake Forest, first base. He hit.
So he's only he's 22, right?
Yeah.
That's a young blood in Major League Baseball.
So happy with that,
because that's not consistent. Normally you don't get too many. 24, 25 is normally like when you play your rookie year ish. Like you can get earlier, obviously, but I would say
pitchers get there early
because they can because in basketball, it's like 19. In football, it's like the youngest you can normally be is like 20, 21-ish, right?
Yeah.
Traditionally, because you have to do the 3 years and then get drafted that year or whatever. But I couldn't. There is Tyler Shuck is coming in this year to compete for a starting position at a rookie at 26, right?
He should start. So
that's a conversation we need to talk about when we get to second segment. Is like a camp for the New Orleans Saints. Anyway. We're on baseball. I don't want to take away the shine because honestly, it's been good ball, man.
It has. So you got the AL East. Right now, you got Toronto 63 and 42.
Smoking. Did anybody think Toronto was going to be anywhere near this? I think we all had the Yankees, obviously, and I can't ever like count the Red Sox out. I feel like that just they'd have to suck for many years.
Well, I called it 2 years ago. I thought the Blue Jays were going to put it together, and they didn't.
2 years ago.
Yeah, so I kind of been on. Well, I kind of been on their train and kind of fell off
all the time.
And kind of fallen off, but no, they're playing really good ball. Well, they just signed what's his name to the $500 million deal, Vladdy. So Yankees 63 or not Yankees, Toronto 63-42. They're 6.5 up on the Yanks, who are 56-48.
We got to stop there for a second though. With
Aaron Judge goes on the IL.
Judge ski on the IL, dude. Not good for baseball, not good for the Yankees. Really just unfortunate.
I mean,
especially elbow, because there's so much going on with that in baseball. That's such not the place you want to be ailing.
Yeah, right. And especially right now when you're kind of the year he's having, which we'll get to when we throw out stats. We're going to have to add, usually we do this, the studs. Usually we'll throw out baseball stats once a pod here after All-Star break. Charlie's guy, Cal Raleigh, has now been added to the studs list along with Aaron Judge and Shohei.
Yeah.
He's
first
at 40
majors with
40 bombs.
Yeah, did you do another one today or no? Because I know he got one last night.
40 was last night.
40 was last night.
40 was last
night. We beat
night.
the Angels 7-2. We'll continue on with the AL East.
But so then after that, after the Yanks, you get the Red Sox have made a surge lately, 56-50. Tampa's 53-52.
So that whole division is respectable.
And then you got the Baltimore Orioles at 46-58, which is the biggest surprise, I think, in the division. Them being that bad.
No, we were much higher on them coming. But that's baseball right there, okay? Because unfortunately, the O's are not like a traditional blue blood. They had their one screaming year where they found the juju.
Two in a row, they've been good. And then you would think they would build on it. And they just,
but that's not what a franchise like Baltimore normally does.
Well, they're young. You got Gunnar Henderson. You got the catcher. You got some stuff, man. I thought you had it.
The rest of the AL East is clearly, putting them in the cellar. All right, next up.
Central, you got Detroit. 60-46. Detroit's been playing hella good.
Yeah, but they kind of been fluttering a little bit. They've lost like 5 out of their last 7 or something like that. But
then the rest of the divisions at 500 or under. You got the Cleveland Guardians at 52-52. The Royals at 51-54. My God, Bobby Witt's having an okay year. The rest of the team's sucking. The Twins at 50-54, which finally the Twins have come down because they've been like killing their last couple years. And then you get the White Sox, who are pathetic at 38-67. Maybe the second worst record, I think, in the Bigs.
Oh, behind Colorado. For sure. Colorado's still putrid.
Then you got the awfully competitive AL West. Houston, 60-45. Seattle's 4 back at 56-49.
Come on, baby.
Texas is only 1 back. Texas is kind of making a little run there.
Yeah, no, the Rangers are not playing bad ball.
At 55-50. And then you got the Angels at 50-55, and the A's at 45-62. So just got to get the A's good running. That whole division's really close to 500, though.
Yeah, they're all pretty close.
Seattle makes
except for the A's.
Seattle makes the
but they're surprisingly better than.
Sure, they could be down there in that 38 win with the fucking White Sox or whatever the fuck, and the Rockies had like 24 or some shit. Actually, they were like 8-50 or something.
We do have to mention the M's made a big ass move. I think.
For Naylor, shout out.
I think that's
only gave up 2
move.
prospects. I love that we didn't. Once again, that's what I said on the previous pod. Was I'm okay with making a move as long as
15 prospect or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we actually have a very deep. We have like the number 1 and the number 3 pitching prospect coming into the next year, so it's going to be really interesting. Anyway, we got to. But this is a good play because also if he plays well for you, reinvest. Like. Baseball is about how much money you want to spend, right? Like it's not about like the cap does not exist. Yeah, no, that's why the Dodgers normally you look at their roster and you're like, good golly, Miss Molly, like there is no way that they should
spending that money,
a billy, but pretty much, like every year to get people on that fucking roster. But so sign Naylor, let him play, see if he meshes, see if he likes it there, see if he learns from Edgar Martinez. That's my batting coach. Shout out. And if he stays there and likes the culture, give him a handful of years. Don't do no 7 to 10 year fucking contract. He's a little bit older, so like that's where I think baseball fucks up in their contracts is the length. I can understand like the amount of money, whatever, because you want to outbid another team or whatever, but like giving somebody a 10 or 12 year contract is just bonkers.
you also have the Yankees making 2 deals. Ahmed Rosario, they got from the Nationals to help with the infield, and then you got McMahon from the Rockies to help with the infield.
Right.
Neither one is big, but they're both better than they have now. I'm surprised
Improvement.
because the D-backs have sold Naylor. They've also sold Randall Gearchuk to the Royals, which does that make the Royals trying to go for it? Which kind of weird, I thought. But they've sold 2 players, and they have Suarez, their third baseman, who's fucking on fire. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, does he go? I thought that's who the Yankees were going to go for.
Eduardo Suarez.
Dude, he's on fucking fire.
And they were even saying, so he played in Seattle the previous 2 years with us, and they were talking about us making a move back for him as well, but I haven't heard or seen anything.
Nothing yet. He's the big dog on the market, I think, right now.
So Arizona is clearly selling.
Yeah, like
clearly
the Orioles. I mean, they've kind of been a disappointment this year. They should. I mean,
but I don't
just
think
in
they're
the World Series 2 years ago.
No, that's the Diamondbacks.
That's what I meant to say. The Diamondbacks.
Okay. Yeah, they have injuries.
It was just
injuries, but now this is what like a team like the Diamondbacks does. They're gonna like trade these guys away, get these prospects, and then try to come back in 2-3 years because they're actually pretty good, but they're not a huge market team to be paying.
Yeah.
All these dudes. I would think, dude, you got to get a bunch for Suarez. Otherwise, don't let him go because he's fucking a hell of a third baseman. He's a good third baseman.
Yeah, you should
fielding
that.
And hitting. So if you're gonna have to get the farm to trade him, I would think.
Well, then I'm glad Seattle hasn't swung for that because I mean, I don't want we've made the one acquisition. I don't feel like we need to make a second one.
Yeah, if you make a second one, maybe just another relief pitcher or something.
Yes, something.
You just need a little. You don't need to sell the farm.
I bet the Naylor was a fucking home run though.
2 prospects for a proven first baseman. We'll do it.
And a dude that's hitting 292 with like 20 bombs.
Some bombs.
Like
Yeah. No, he's a solid, good glove, solid bat, dude. No problem with that move on my end. In fact, I would say that I enjoy it. Once again, take a swing. Let's try something, Seattle. We need to capitalize. The best time to be good is now.
You know who has a chance to be moved? We'll talk about him in a second.
Okay.
NL, you got the New York Mets, 61-44, leading by a half game over the Phillies at 60-44. You got the Marlins at 50-53. So this is where I want to pause. Sandy, remember him, the guy that's won the NL.
Yeah, he won the Cy Young like 3 years ago. Was it 2 or 3 years ago?
Alcantara. I would have to look at his last name. It's something.
Alcatraz?
Alcatraz?
Sorry, sir. We don't mean to butcher your name.
But he's an absolute stud. Is he the big time starter pitcher that gets moved?
No, because you said he's playing on the Marlins, who are on a heater, man. They might try to keep him. It's like that NL East is kind of open, right? The Braves aren't necessarily playing the best ball.
Sandy Alcantara.
Oh, my goodness.
Top name.
Yeah, Alcantara.
Yeah,
Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah, dude, he's a fucking stud. Is he the big pitcher? I don't know because you still got to get. We'll look at how far they have to get. That's what we should have done in the AL is on the wild card.
And pitching's always at the top of the list for most teams to try to improve, especially if you're feeling like you're competing.
I just say in general, the bullpen is, or not the bullpen, but the entire pitching staff means the most to a major league team.
Yeah,
if you're dialed in on your pitching, then your fielders aren't even necessary more often than not. You know what I mean? That's the whole goddamn point.
Atlanta 44-59 way back. Washington 42-62.
Atlanta's another one of those teams you thought they would be so much better.
Really, then they started off real bad, and they have never been able to recover from how bad they have started. Cubbies 61-43. Do they make a move? But dude, there is 2 teams obviously tied in the NL or in the NL Central. Guess who the other team is? The always winning Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh yeah,
61-43 too. What up, Brew Crew, man?
Brew Crew.
Since he's there at 55-50, St. Louis at 54-52, and then in a couple years when the Pirates trade Paul Skeens at 43-62, we'll see how big that trade is. Because you ain't keeping him, so you might as well trade him for the whole fucking farm system.
Unless for somehow you can find a spark next year, maybe, because this year
O'Neal Cruz and him are both gone. As soon as they get to that second arbitration contract, they are both gone, dude. The Pirates are fucking just like the A's, except they don't ever win. At least my A's at least win sometimes. It's true. When do the Pirates ever win? Can you imagine?
It's been a while. There was like 10 years ago where they won the NL Central, and they were doing big things with McCutchen, where he was pushing for an NL MVP.
They were making the wild card. They've never won the AL Central because that's when the Cardinals were good. Cardinals been sucky for a while.
Cardinals have been below their standard anyway.
I think AJ Burnett was on that pitching staff, and that was like 10 years ago, and they were like fighting for that wild card spot. Otherwise, they haven't been good for a long time, man.
That's true. It's hard to read.
You don't say, what baseball game you want to watch? The Pirates game.
They got a sick-ass stadium, though.
Oh, PNC Park is legit, dude.
It's supposed to be one of the nicest stadiums.
The backdrop is fucking... And then once again, with we do the color scheme. Their unis are bad. When they do the throwback buck, that one's bad as fuck.
Clean hat, too.
Yeah. Clean hat, too.
That's just a great overall dynamic. So, but it's too bad that your ball don't match your unis, man. Dude, supposed to be look good, play good, but they ain't be holding up their...
That Paul Skeens trade is going to be one of those trades that's holy shit, and then the deal that he signs with the next team is going to be Yankees, a holy
Dodgers,
shit deal.
It's going to be the Blue Bloods.
Yankees, Dodgers, Mets.
It's going to be whoever's going to be okay with
giving up. We're talking 10 years, $750 million.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah, homie's going to get paid.
Dude, he's going to get paid.
As long as he keeps that arm,
Dude, he got his first win in so many games the other day, and his ERA is still under 3. That's fucking unbelievable.
It's under 2.
Is it under 2?
It's under 2. He's at 1.92 or 1.9.
Well, no, we're going to get in the stats. We're going to get in the stats here.
No, he's under 2, and he's 5-8.
So then in the West, you got the Dodgers 61-44. Padres have made kind of a push at 56-49. The Giants are 54-51. And then you got the Arizona Diamondbacks are exactly flipped at 51-54, and then you got the pathetic Rockies at 27-77.
Bro,
27-77.
That's rough.
Burn it down. Burn it all down.
Dude, what are you even trying to do? Why would you? And I would love to go play there. That's like a team I'd root for. Why are you that bad? Years in a row,
terribly bad.
Right now, wild card wise, remember you get 3 in, right?
Right.
So you get Yankees are game up on the Mariners, and then the Mariners are half game up on Boston.
Yes. Come on. So
and then Texas is the next team with Tampa and Cleveland.
That's on the outside looking in. Yeah. What's going on?
We'll look at it.
We'll
look at it.
Some stuff we're going to be talking about.
And then in the
1.91, I was so close. Yeah, was so close.
In the NL, you got the Brewers are leading by 1 game over the Phillies, and then you got San Diego is the last team in. After that, you got Cincy, San Francisco still 2 back.
Cole Hamels just threw a no-no too. Did you see that? He threw a no-hitter against the Cubs in Chicago. This was Friday.
Cole.
Yeah. It's Hamels. What's his? I know there was a Cole Hamels that was a Philly.
I didn't see no.
He threw a no-no. He threw a no-no, man. And shout out to that because that is not fucking easy to do. In Chicago.
I don't know if they played Chicago. Charlie,
believe me, dude. On Friday. Go back to Friday's scoreboard.
Yeah, 7:22 is Friday. And that's against the Red Sox.
No, dude, it's 7:27 now. Go back 2 days, 7:25.
Yeah, they played the Yankees. When they didn't get a no-no, they won 12-5. I think you're seeing some old news from a year ago or something. Or more than that. There's nobody threw a no-no.
Wow. Well, then, yeah, I watched. Damn. Okay. I thought that was this year. I could be very wrong.
Saw some old highlights.
How crazy is that? I was out at a bar. I thought it was live. My bad. Wow. Crazy. If that didn't happen, I could have sworn that. My bad.
Thanks for the fake news, Chuck.
Thanks for correcting me, Zach.
Where did that come from?
I watched it, bro, Friday night. It obviously wasn't live. But it was the whole thing. It was crazy. They showed
you should have less cigars.
Maybe I should have less cigars.
So that's
the worst sports take I've had since Justin Jettis.
That's where we're at with the I don't know where that came from. Holy shit! I was like, dude, nobody threw a no-no, dude. I've been at home.
Oh, yeah, why wouldn't you? You would know that. Yeah. You would have we would have talked about it.
But okay, so stats wise, let's just look at some stats, dude. Some of these players are fucking killing it when you see this.
Okay.
Aaron Judge 342. Dude, he's hit 342.
Get
boys.
better, Judge. Get better.
We need him better.
He's gonna be out for at least 10? Yeah.
Will Smith,
worse.
catcher for the Dodgers, hitting 325. Pena, shortstop for the Astros, hitting 322. Jay Aranda, Tampa Bay. He's the kid that didn't get any of the home runs at All-Star Weekend. He's 315. He's the one that went last. And then Jacob Wilson, Oakland A's, 312. What up, Rook? He's also rookie. We have 2 rookies up for rookie of the year. I'm telling you. What's up? Chuck's big dog.
So
big dog.
I mean, we're talking
Cal Raleigh, big dumper, 40.
When do you actually? What's the timeline for Vegas? Is it next year?
No, 2027.
So you have another year in Sacramento.
Yeah, if not one more. But I think it's
3
I think it's only 2. So I gotta look that up.
Ooh, 3 would be.
They're working on ground right now.
I haven't even started building.
Yeah, but that stuff I think once you, I don't know. Cal Raleigh, 40 bombs. Otani, 38. Judge, 37. Suarez, the guy from Arizona, is right there at 36. And Kyle Schwarber got 36 bombs.
Okay. So
dude.
There's some heat going on right there.
Otani and Judge at 37 and 38. And Raleigh at 40. Those are nice, man. Especially everything else those guys do. Runs batted in. Suarez is leading the RBIs. 87 RBIs for the guy from Arizona. See, that's what I'm saying, dude. He's on fucking fire.
So,
man.
yeah, no, I mean, then it makes sense if Arizona's deloading for that to be the next, I'm sure there's the phone's ringing. The phone's got to be ringing.
They have the second baseman, Marte, that they signed, and then they have the right fielder, I can't remember his name, but he won Rookie of the Year so many years ago, the year they went to the World Series. So they got some guys that I would think you would try to hold on to Suarez. Judge is second, RBIs at 85. Cal Raleigh's tied at second with 85. Schwarber 84, and then the big polar bear at 81, Pete Alonso. Dude, I like him.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Aaron Judge has got the most hits also, fellas, at 129, led by Turner at 125, Bochette at 121, Chicharito at 119, and Machado, which I do not like, at 118. Pitching wise, Skeens does have wins, which wins are kind of like
it's a little deceptive because you can still not have the best game, and if your bats light up, then you can still win a 4-7 game or something like that, right? That can be a thing.
But on the other side, I mean, that's kind of the most important.
Are the bats or the wins? Oh, of course.
I think the most important, 2 most important stats for pitchers are innings pitched and ERA.
Well, sure, but I mean, those result to nothing if you can't win the game.
Well, that's on your offense. I think a wins thing is a kind of like
it's definitely more of a team.
Yeah.
The pitcher traditionally never anymore hits. Never, unless you're Otani.
Yeah. Dude, he gave up. He came in, struck dudes out, and goes on and drops bombs. Did that for number 38?
He might be the best baseball player we've ever seen.
I think, dude.
He might be. He is so good at fucking everything.
Charlie, give me the first guy. Why don't you run through the pitchers?
Pitching leaders?
Yeah.
All right, so in wins, it's Groshette, Peralta, Valdez.
Grosjette's with the Red Sox?
Yeah, so Red Sox, Milwaukee, Houston, New York Yankees, Toronto, and Bassett.
Who's the Yankees?
So we got Max Fried.
Oh, you remember? He's the guy that came from Atlanta that was hurt a couple years.
Yeah, yeah. Valdez is a monster for
Houston.
Dude, I've watched a lot of games.
Dude, he's so sick.
So ERA, Skeens is up by a whole fucking 8.18 on Scooble. So it's Skeens and Scooble. Pitt and then Detroit, right?
Yep.
All right, then we got Boyd out of Chicago, and then Crochet. Check that out. So he's got the most wins and the 4th best ERA. That's fucking studly.
But then he's easily number 1.
And then DeGrom at 2.28.
What up, DeGrom coming back with the Rangers?
That is pretty crazy.
What up, man?
And we got some saves. We got Suarez for the Pods at 30 saves. That's clean. Hader in Houston at 27. Estevez in Kansas City for 26. Clace in Cleveland for 24. And Hoffman in Toronto for 24. Right?
Yeah, my guy's at 21.
Dude, we got some K's going on here. Crochet's number 1. Dude, he's got to be top. Come on,
over
bro.
Screwball. Even if Screwball's got to be up there, but he's got to be top. 4th in ERA, wins number 1, and strikeouts number 1. Whew.
I mean, really, dude. What else?
You got to be.
What
up
else
there.
you gonna argue about that? Like that's So
putting him down.
Struble is number 2nd in strikeouts. Wheeler 3rd. So the quality start things are weird.
I don't. Whatever. That means nothing. Once again, it's just keeping your ERA low if your bats. That's the whole excuse to like your bats didn't light up, right?
It's basically because
you played well, but your bats did.
Because you have Wheeler, Keller for Pittsburgh, Wheeler obviously from Philly. That's a 2-headed monster. In Philly.
It's funny that
Webb's on there.
Right.
Webb's on there. Valdez is on there, and Woo for Seattle's on there.
Woo.
I think that means you're coming out and you're like. Balls are being put in play. It's something to do with all of it put together.
Right. Well, yeah.
It's some weird baseball analytic driven stat. Because, baseball loves their stats. And
they love their fucking numbers and their stats.
Sport of numbers.
Exactly. It gave us the term analytics. It came off of the back of baseball. Like, they now use that in pretty much all sports. But, like, analytics weren't mentioned in football until, like, 30 years after baseball. Like, that's a little hyperbole, but, what I'm saying.
Judge to DH upon return. First base is among options, so they're really going to watch his elbow, but he will be back in 10 days, most likely to at least just hit. And they said when he does come back to hit, Stanton has been working on his outfield. Fuck, that downgrades their defense by a ton because we all know that Judge is an outstanding defender, throwing the ball and like tracking a baseball.
For a man that big, as fast as he is, dude.
That's a nice combo.
Length
helps.
Exactly. And when he ran through that goddamn wall last year.
I know, but we can't have him doing shit. We can't have him doing shit.
I'm not promoting it, but it's one of the best highlights. Like, dude, I'm sorry he broke his toe, but I love the highlight.
We need him healthy. We need Ohtani healthy. We need dudes like Cal Raleigh to stay healthy.
We want to see stars be stars.
Yeah, we need the Lindors to stay healthy.
Especially part of being a star, though, is running through that wall. You just stay healthy when you do it.
We're steel toes next time, Judge.
Be an Iron Man.
He is getting older.
Like, Judge, he is true. It's
34.
No, he's not that
32.
old, is he? I think he's 31. I think he's 31-ish. But in professional sports now, baseball's a little different.
Yeah, because you can put years back on at DH.
Right, correct, for sure.
You can put years on if you can learn to play first.
Sure.
Right. There's things like that. Oh, dude, that Devers fucking dude played first for Trev finally. I would write that guy up on the shit list. I don't like that.
I can't give it enough. I don't know him well enough to vote on him. Trev, what do you say?
I mean, what's the problem? He's doing what the Giants are asking.
What's the goddamn problem?
Trev doesn't have a problem when he's doing
the Red Sox. It's how they played it out. They didn't talk to him about moving to a position, and they tried to force him to the position. He felt like
I don't know exactly if that's the way
it's not that. Well, I mean, it seems like it is because of how it's had been handled with the Giants, though.
All right.
So he just wanted to be a punk.
He just wanted to be a punk to the Boston.
See, sometimes you do this, Zach. Sometimes you throw out accusations against these guys, and then you don't really have a whole lot on the backbone of why he's a piece of shit.
They said we want him to be
why is Manny Machado a piece of shit?
He spit on Josh Donaldson.
No, we all spit on people.
But
no, we don't.
With the Red Sox, though,
they signed Bregman and they said, "Hey, we would like you to start playing first base."
And
he said, "No, I will not play first base.
Okay.
I'm a third baseman."
Well, because it was after the fact. It was they brought in Bregman like, "Hey, we're going to move you here now." Well, that's how it was reported.
Sorry, then that's up to the
You're
team
not giving the guy a heads up that, hey,
no, they told him,
they said, we're
going to go get Bregman. We are getting Bregman. We want you to play first. And he said, "No, I'm a third baseman." And they said, "Well, Bregman's obviously better, no matter how much we don't like him and how much he maybe should be on the shit list.
He's an insanely good
He's a really good third baseman.
He's an insanely
so
good.
Devers should be moving to first base. Be like, all right, I'm ready to play. I'm getting paid millions. He just signed a huge contract with
him. Did, but the way I heard it reported was different. That he
was told.
That the team was telling him after the fact, not like, hey, it wasn't like a quarterback getting drafted like for Kirk Cousins. Oh, we're going to take Michael Penix in the first round. They didn't tell him that. It was like a similar situation.
No, they said, we're going to go get Bregman. We would like you to start playing first base. And he said, no, I'll just DH.
So then they moved off his ass.
Well, then, then
they had the Giants, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll play first base.
Yeah, yep. He did it just to shove it in the Red Sox
I mean,
face.
that just points to the Red Sox not handling that
I think
a
it
way
points,
that
your
was
team got better.
favorable for
your team got better signing Bregman, and you didn't want to move a position to have the better person play your position.
I mean, feelings can be hurt.
And he's a hurt.
It doesn't sound like they handled it.
Ego is a fragile thing, I suppose.
No,
right?
they told him, we're bringing in Bregman. We'd like you to play first. And then you can DH. And he said he will not play first. And this was before. I remember this clearly before they brought in Bregman. Because they talked about it. And he came out in the media and said, I will not play anywhere but third base. And then they signed Bregman like a week later. So, yes, they did handle it right. It's been Devers who's been the pain the whole time.
I mean, not a pain
now he's a first baseman.
It seems like it was a Red Sox the way they handled it. That's how I heard a side of the story reported as well.
He didn't want to show up and hang out with Will Clark and learn how to play first base either. So, I don't know. He blew off Will twice.
I mean, Will, I've heard, is not the easiest people person.
So there's some good MLB fodder. It's been a minute since we've been down that rabbit hole. All right. All beers are dry. Char's got a little bit left, but we're going to come back for a second segment.
How did that happen? Where was the furthest along, and then you guys just...
We're going to East, or not AL. I'm
now we're talking about baseball still.
No, yeah, we're going to do the East.
We're going to start our breakdowns, baby. Yeah. Our divisional NFL breakdowns.
Preview.
Yeah, because you guys were only like 40 days out. So we've been talking off pod. We really wanted to do college football, but the AP hasn't dropped. We don't have the top 25. Yeah, there's some killer matchups, but we don't want to talk about that until the polls come out, right? Because that does make a difference as to how you talk about it. Absolutely.
Texas, Ohio State
is insane. That's
Arch Manning.
I mean, yeah,
dude, we have some really good quarterbacks I'd like to talk about too in college football.
We'll dive deep into that later, but we're gonna cut real quick. We're gonna go get some easier drinking beers. We'll be back with
Crush the Mickey D's.
Yeah, that's true. I could use that too. Second seg.
Welcome back to Balls and Brews. Cheers, boys.
Hell yeah. Cheers. Welcome back, gentlemen. Oh, there
we go.
Wow. Yeah, that's nice.
I wish there was a little bit more mango up front.
Yeah.
A 1985 mango IPA.
You get it more kind of like
in the back. Right. It's very
smooth.
Yeah, it's very smooth. Not as sweet as I thought it might be, but I like it.
Our boys technically this is New Belgium. It's funny. It's the Voodoo Ranger line, but the New Belgium is the
that is good.
Fort Collins, Colorado, 6.7.
It's very smooth.
I bet you as I let it sit, I will drink this one slowly, I can tell you, because what's going to end up happening is that fruit will come out a little bit more and more as it gets just a wee bit warmer.
Wow, that's good.
But our boys always get it done. Can's cool.
It came out of a tropical mix pack, like I was saying earlier in pod.
Nice.
There's one more I think that we haven't had. I think the other two we have had. I'll have to send pics so we can see. But just a cool can, like Voodoo killing it again.
Looks like he's got the Cobra Commander kind of Cobra symbol on his vest that he's wearing.
Oh, I like that call.
This doesn't say hazy, but it is hazy.
Dude, it's hazy. It's got to be. Look at the color of that bitch. It looks so good.
That's true. I agree.
That's one of my favorite things when it's being poured. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to love this beer. I see that color every time. You're on tap and they start pouring it and you can see that tap. You're like,
okay. All right. Upon second visit, I'm telling you that mango is going to open up here in a couple of minutes. It's going to be real nice. Real nice.
Dude, it's another home run, dude, by the Voodoo Rangers series. It's another one of those ones like the the Sierra Nevada
just the little thing.
Like how they have so many.
They have so many. That's a run for them for sure.
You know, it's in those brackets where Sierra Nevada kind of only does like little thing stuff right now. The Voodoo Ranger kind of or New Belgium kind of does Voodoo Ranger stuff right now. So you don't really see
that line is huge.
Yeah.
No, the traditional, the flagship New Belgiums kind of stick. They've experimented big time with the Voodoo Ranger line.
Hit it out of the park, honestly.
Most of them, absolutely.
That's why it sits above Trev's head.
Trev's head.
But yeah, Voodoo Ranger, little thing. Even Mother Earth has that line. It's like
that we've been crushing.
Yeah, they just have a line of like particular beers that are. It's
the X Project.
Yeah, the X Project.
X Project. I like it.
They're all 6.7% IPAs of different variations of hops and ages and things like that. Yeah, they're fucking. We've both brought on.
All those lines are so good. It's like a man. you have your beer, but then you have this like side project that's just as good, if not better.
If not better.
If not better.
And you know what? Okay, you guys, I want to preach this as
preach.
Try different beers. Try them. Don't be afraid. Get out your comfort zone. There's so many good beers out there, dude.
Go to a brew fest.
Yeah, not that having a fallback is a bad thing. I don't want to poo-poo that either. But like,
oh yeah, no, it's always good to have your go-tos.
Step outside that box, dude. Like, there's so much good beer out there, and this is even kind of a safe choice if you think about it. And like, we knew this was going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a safe choice. Yeah. Voodoo Ranger's been
it's hit on pretty much every. We did a whole Voodoo pod. Like, I think that was circa like number 40s or 50s, somewhere around there.
I mean, we could do like a little thing pod. We could do
sure.
I mean, we really could. We could pull some little things.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, number one, hazy. I mean, the light blue box.
I thought that one was a green. It's a green can. The little hazy thing's a green can.
I don't know.
You're colorblind. I know. Well, so then I'm just trying to help you.
Thanks, brother. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, that was coming from a place of love.
So, big news of the week. Big news. NFL week. When they
give me your sportscaster take,
when they dropped personal take. When they dropped the Wilkins take about him getting released, this hasn't been just all of a sudden. I've been reading about this foot thing since like February, April.
Okay.
So this whole thing about like because one of the guys I read a ton of shit. I send these guys fucking shit all the time. One of the articles I was reading, I think it might have been in Sports Illustrated, was talking about that he was going to have another surgery. And this is back since February. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Why isn't he having it? What's going on? Why does this keep coming up? Why is this still a thing? How come nobody's poo-pooed this? And this has been happening since this date. That's why the Mason Graham thing in the draft at 6 was one of those things like, or at 5, whatever we were, was kind of like, ooh, do we go with him? Because Wilkins I've been reading that he might not play all year since like February or April. So why in the fuck and I was wondering why it never kind of came out, So I'm all on board with them cutting him. It doesn't sound like he either did the right things to, go through rehab of the original foot thing, to be on the record, and he doesn't want to have surgery. He wants to work his way back.
It's been put out there that he'll need a second surgery. Raiders didn't like his rehab. That's why the decision was made.
And then there was another article that came out that something might have been said to another employee or to somebody else, but so I don't know what that means. But I think that it's BS. Like, you got hurt, which people get hurt. Football players get hurt, which we'll talk about the fucking Jerry Jones and the Mike Brown talkings here in a little bit of how they kind of talked as owners. But people get hurt, right?
Sure.
So, but you got to rehab when you're supposed to be
properly,
back. You should be back,
right?
And then for him in February and April. So that's why I was kind of wondering why this wasn't out already when people were talking about in February and April. So I'm on board with the Raiders cutting him. Now do you try to make a free agent move? I know in-house we have guys we like. We drafted 2 defensive tackles later in. Do we just roll with that? I kind of looked.
Tackle class too.
I kind of looked, in free agency. There's not really. I mean, there's the Clowney. Would you bring him in? He didn't really have a great year last year. Edge, but that's what there is. There's more edge right now. The other thing is you just go, okay, our interior is what it is, and now with the money saved, first text I sent to these fellas was, can we trade for Trey? And I'm not fucking kidding.
Sure.
Is there a way to literally trade for Trey?
Okay.
Pay him a Max Crosby type deal now that Wilkins is gone, which he had in an area of a Max Crosby type deal. He wasn't that high, but could you get Trey on a more guaranteed, because he wants more guaranteed money. Can you give him a 3-year contract with 2 years guaranteed at $75 million, right? So it's guaranteeing 2 years of something. The third year is not guaranteed. Could you do that, bring him in, and then for 2 years, you have 2 of the top 6 pass rushers? The defensive tackle position can just rotate in and out. We have guys that have been productive.
Fresh bodies just hold your block.
Do your thing.
Not your block, your zone.
Do what your job is. Right? And
other guys
and Patrick Graham has had guys come up and play. Like, you have Pete Carroll as your coach. I don't know. I think it's a home run swing that needs to be thought of. I don't know if they are thinking of it, but I'm in agreement with it. I don't mind it. I don't think he should get his guaranteed money. I think that he didn't do his job.
Well, on the other side, too, people are excited to get him. And there's been talk about the Patriots because of, like, past as far as where that goes. But I think that's also being made too big of a deal out of because he's not going to – I don't feel like he's going to play very much at all this season. Well, so what's he going to really do for your team?
Correct. What are you going to sign him to a huge – I don't know. I thought it was huge. I got to take the big loss on that. I thought it was a huge fucking. I called it a huge signing, and it wasn't. It's a fail.
It started out pretty nice.
So it's I called it a huge signing, and it looks really not great now.
But I
think it's the right move. How much of
that can you? Yes, it is. No, but how much of that can you also cut it quicker than later? You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't 100%. Try. They didn't try to make it work when they really saw They just said, "Yep, okay, done. Yeah. All right, like we'll swallow what this is. You will too. See you later. Like you don't want to be here. We don't want you here. Let's not drag this out."
No, and you go get the 2 defensive tackles in the draft as well. And like you said, it was a better defensive tackle draft this year, so. You get those guys kind of in that 4th round area, so you got the depth.
They're going to get some playing.
You got the depth, so now now you're just a really young team. That's I do wish that Trey would be sick. That would be insanely crazy. Other big news, I do want to touch on this. We didn't talk about this. I just popped in my head when I was thinking about it. The Jerry Jones, Mike Brown ownership way you talk to media. This would be such a huge common sense fucking segment.
Okay, lay it on us. We like some common sense.
Jerry Jones
should he be a shit listener?
That's what I was just looking at that board.
I think we might need to open up discussion.
I don't know, but the way this is like this is the most egregious thing that he's ever said.
Ever.
Easily the most egregious thing he's ever said by saying that. We've paid the highest player and look, he got hurt. Why are you calling out Dak's injury? Oh, yeah, well, Mike might not be here even though you can sign him. Why are you calling out players getting hurt?
Because Jerry Jones is all about business. He's not about the NFL or winning football. And that's why I think he has to be a consideration, being an owner and putting his team in this position. I mean, we haven't brought it up before. It's going to be headlines. It's going to get more stuff written about keep the Cowboys, in focus, even though they haven't been a good team in a really long time, but they still get all the ratings because of the shenanigans by the owner. You like that?
I'm claiming shenanigans.
But, like, why call out your 2 dudes? Like, we've admitted that Dak isn't,
because we're going to talk about the Cowboys because of it.
Dak isn't.
Dak isn't. Want to talk about the Cowboys?
No. Dak maybe could be a top 10 quarterback on his best day.
Sure.
But he's done a really good job of leading the team. Like, he's a really good leader. But it's not his fault he got fucking smacked and blew his knee or whatever. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Injuries happen in the NFL. Everybody, like, to call out because,
and it was literally his first one, too. It's not like he's injury prone. Like, that just kind of was his first real injury. He had played pretty much outside of suffering this injury.
Dak's been a good leader, definitely better than expected, being drafted as late as he was.
Yeah, for sure.
It just feels like with organizations that aren't, quality, there's something about them that just throws a wrench into like being that team that you could be because of other things going on in the organization.
Yeah, and it's just like it's such a like kick to the gut. And then you say, and then Mike Brown comes out and basically dogs both his players. They get the Shamar Stewart thing done. Him going to the jail route. Well, player gets in jail. Why would I want to pay him? That is like,
that's bad energy, dude. That's real. You don't.
Where's your PR team, man?
Yeah, dude, no kidding.
I was like, there's
there's buzzwords you just don't say.
I was like, there's no fucking way he just said that.
Yeah, no, that's trash, dude.
And then he says Trey gets too emotional in these talks and he's calling.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's only my life that I'm negotiating right now. Like, what the fuck? I mean, of course you get emotional. Like,
I would expect owners to speak more like quarterbacks in the sense that you're very like you should have an idea of what you want to say because if you fuck it up and say something that you shouldn't, you're going to get all the heat.
Sure,
and sure, that's great for news, but that's not great for your team.
Right. It's two owners. It's not, and on teams that you're already questioning the ownership, right? Like you're already questioning those owners anyways, and then they come out and say stupid shit like this. Let's jump into the actual rankings. We're gonna go through, and we can like change these on the 31st.
Well, we're gonna open up our division previews.
Yeah, this is the preview.
We're picking our divisions, but we can go back.
I love this. This is one of my favorite parts of the year because this means football is really here.
It's coming soon.
It is so soon.
Quick.
It is. It's great. Like this is the best. We have like 40 days left until kickoff.
I think this is probably one of the easiest divisions to pick the first person in.
Yep.
Or the first team in.
Yep.
I think it's probably a unanimous decision across the board, but we'll start at the bottom. Well, how do you want to do? We want to pick?
Well, we're going to talk about the AFC East now, so we'll just go. All right. No, let's go top to bottom. Because you always go 1 to 4.
Yeah, and everybody has an idea who that one is. It gets a little messy.
Buffalo's
AFC,
one.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Josh Allen gets injured, this team is the easy win.
If J.A. does,
don't even put.
I don't want to put it out there.
It's the
but that's the only thing that would derail the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, there's no other way they lose this division.
Him and Lamar again, number 1 and 2 in MVP talks.
Yeah,
again,
should be.
If the year goes like according to plan, that will be pretty close to accurate.
It should be. I mean, both those teams are now the team is made to
Baltimore.
You need Keenan Coleman to come up a little bit.
Baltimore needs to fucking figure it out.
Yes, they do need a couple guys
step up in the receiving game.
But you have two teams, and you have two teams that are going to.
But so to preview that, is Cook going to play? Is he coming back?
Yeah, he's in camp.
Okay,
he's in camp.
All right. Okay, that's a big deal for that offense, dude. Kincaid's got to have a better year. Knox has got to have a better year. They lost Max Hollins. They're returning 10 out of their 11. Max Hollins is the only player that's not coming back.
They bring in Joey Bosa if he can stay healthy.
I forgot about that sign. Good call.
But again, you look at Buffalo's schedule. This is I think this is the most favorable schedule that they've had in a while. They should. I think they probably are. I'd have to double check in Vegas, but I would imagine they're the favorite for the Super Bowl because of everything that's happened in
the
Buffalo.
AFC.
Yeah. Well, you have
in the NFL. Because I mean, AFC,
right? Who's got in the NFC? Well, we'll get to that.
So you have your guy Shakir out of Boise State.
Yeah, Khalil Shakir.
He's made progress.
Curtis Samuel had an okay year last year.
He's been better.
You have Keenan Coleman, who should be coming on.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you brought in Joshua Palmer and Elijah Moore.
Okay.
So you brought in two dudes that can make some noise if they can work out. But that's what Josh also makes that stuff work out. Yeah. And you have Kincaid and Knox. So you still have two tight ends.
Well, and that was the other thing I was going to bring up is last year they didn't really have a strong number one. It was everybody kind of contributing. And it seems like they still have a good group to do that. But if one of them like Coleman takes that next step, whoa, that's going to make that offense top.
And this is another team like the Lions. That defensively, if they could stay fucking healthy for a goddamn year, they probably would actually have because they always have a good defense at the end, but it's so like
what linebacker does run a good defense.
What linebacker are they on? Right. What fucking defensive end they on? You know what I'm saying?
Well, who's playing in their backfield?
Because you do have Bosa and Espinoza, both at D end, who he got hurt all last year. Landon Jackson they just drafted. Greg Rosario, who they are paying. You know, your defensive line should be legit at Oliver, TJ Sanders, who they just drafted. Your line should be
that's what I was going to say.
Milano stays healthy.
With the draft, they're another team like the Niners. First 5 picks, all defense. All defense. Well, you get 2 defensive tackles again in this rich defensive tackle class. You get the fastest corner with your first pick.
Right, they got Hairston.
This team, if those guys can pop, it's definitely
clear number one.
One of the favorites.
This is kind of fun. This is going to be a good little thing to see who do you think is number 2.
Now, this could be a little interesting.
Yeah, this could already shake some shit up.
Number 2 in the division, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the Patriots at number 2.
I mean,
I have no faith in the Dolphins. I think McDaniels is done as a coach. I think he doesn't bring any kind of.
Hold on, we're just talking about number 2. So you're choosing the Patriots.
I swung for the fence.
It's tough. I know I'm waffling between the Pats and the Jets.
Honestly, I think the talent level between the 3 of these teams is all pretty close.
Okay,
there's I can see either one of these teams being that number 2 team in the division, but the team I'm also going to go with is the Patriots. Like I was hesitant on Drake May as far as his first season.
Hesitant, Trev? Is that the word we want to use?
Yes. No. I was never out on Drake May. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. That's why I'm taking the Patriots to be number 2 this season. It's just I thought the development wasn't going to be as quick as it was. That was my holdup last season.
He gets Josh McDaniels now. Josh McDaniels a piece of shit head coach. But Josh might be
6th stint as the
Josh might be a really good offensive coordinator for him to develop with Drake.
So
Charlie,
I know the waffle back and forth. I'm out on Miami. I was out on Miami kind of last year. I'm definitely out on Miami this year.
Well, I mean, they kind of fell off last season,
right? And I just don't like even
one full season.
Even if Tua is healthy, I don't like the vibes with Tyreek. If it comes off the tracks, it's going to go off the tracks fast down there. So,
injuries and training.
Right. So my number two, I love that Jets defense. Looks like it's going to be elite again potentially. Now
I like the Jets roster.
That's what I'm saying.
It's that quarterback position. I'm a little stuck on.
Justin Fields.
Call it out, Chuck.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Jets.
No, because I like I'm gonna go Pats too.
See,
I do like Pats because of it is, and it's drafting Will Campbell, and it's addressing the needs that you have, and it's keeping May upright. And if he deals, I like him. I think his ceiling is higher than Fields, is what I will say in the current landscape of the NFL.
And bringing in the corner, who did they just bring in at cornerback to go alongside? Yeah.
Well, because Gonzalez. Oh, that's right. They did sign somebody else because they were like, he pairs with Gonzalez. Who was it?
God damn it.
I'm looking. Carlton Davis.
Carlton Davis?
Yep.
Was that it?
Yep.
Okay, from the Bucks.
Yep, they brought in Carlton Davis.
Okay.
But they also drafted Travion Henderson, who I think is a home run.
The right running back from Ohio State.
Yeah, the one that's not in all the trouble. But I liked him more anyway.
Sure.
So you get Henderson pairing with Ramon Stevens. You have a banger and a go.
No, that's good.
You're going to run the ball,
too.
so it's all about your offensive line now for Drake. Weapon-wise, you're still a little weak outside-wise with the Patriots. You did sign Bourne, and you did get Diggs, but is Diggs worth it? I love Hollins. You guys know how much I love Hollins. Kyle Williams is going to be the rookie that I think is going to play the biggest dividends out of Washington State.
You're really not talking though, like Diggs. If he is at the top of his game, is it can drive some fear into a defense.
Polk, definitely.
We don't know what Jalen Polk is.
It was only really 1 year. I expect more from him, but again, I think it doesn't matter though. The defense is going to lead the Patriots.
I think the run game and defense, and it's variable. And I think the Dolphins are third, but I think the Pats are only better by the Dolphins in a couple of games. I have the Jets last.
Ooh.
I think the Jets are fucking.
So you go Miami, then Jets. What's your 3-4? I'm going Jets, Miami.
I got no faith in Fields.
I'm going Jets, Miami.
Yeah, I think I got to go Dolphins too. I think they actually have some decent talent. I just don't know if it's going to mature in the way that it's needed for them to be successful. And injury is such a worry with that team.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, because
I think the leadership is
McDaniels also
I think McDaniels
one of those guys that just like he sticks too much to his own game plan. Like he doesn't adjust well on the fly.
I don't think that was the problem.
I think he's got no leadership. I think he's I think this team is just better talent wise than the Jets. And I think if Tua does stay healthy, I actually think that Quinn Ewers is going to play more games than Tua.
Well, that's the other thing. That's
Lord, yeah.
They got Quinn Ewers. They got Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson's already third string.
Well, I mean,
Quinn's out there gunning down.
If McDaniels could fix him mentally, the talent is there.
Yeah, correct. But I think McDaniels.
The problem with him is he's been too player friendly. This year, I've heard he's taken training camp up north, so they're practicing in the cold, even though it's not cold right now. So I don't know how much that's going to really help.
I think that McDaniels is done. He's going to go back to an offensive coordinator. He might get a second shot.
If they come out of the gate super slow, if they come out like 1-3,
but he needs a quarterback that's like more the leader than he is. You know what I'm saying?
That's not what Tua
is.
Tua needs a hard-headed coach to drive him. He needed the Saban kind of thing.
Well,
right?
he needs also the coach to be a leader in the locker room. Like I feel like McDaniels, like with the way that locker room seems. Look at I always go back to Vic Fangio getting run out of there, and the players saying he was too hard
on the players.
And then he goes up to Philly and they win a Super Bowl, and you don't hear, "Oh, we love Vic. We love Vic." That's all you hear up there.
But in the same sentiment, like he was good for Tua. He helped Tua kind of regain his confidence, but he's also been kind of just the friendly coach.
He's an offensive coordinator. He's an offensive coordinator.
All right, so but
as of now,
hold on. So just to review, we're both saying 1-2. All of us 1-2 with
and you're
Bills and then Patriots, and then I have the Jets.
The Jets, and then we have Dolphins, Jets.
So there's right, and I have Jets, Dolphins.
Jets, Dolphins.
Yeah. So. I mean, that's a pretty straightforward division.
Or wait,
yeah,
didn't you have the Jets too? So
no, I took Patriots. I honestly like that roster enough to where I would consider. I don't know why I still want to have this faith in Justin Fields. If he does pop, dude.
The thing I will say about the Jets though too is star power with
Garrett Wilson,
and
Breece
Gardner,
Hall.
and Breece Hall, you feel good about those guys.
Quentin Williams,
yes,
they have insanely good defense.
Those could push your team forward.
It's all depending. They're very front loaded. If their stars do pop, if Fields can play with Breece Hall the way that they can basically make defenses guess to the RPO,
they can maximize that for sure.
Then that team can do some different things. If they shut that down, then Fields is going to have to turn to. But Garrett Wilson isn't a bad offense.
I also do think Aaron Glenn is probably a pretty good coach. He could be a good coach. At least the third best.
Do we know who he brought for
that division?
His OC? I'd be curious to see who the Jets OC is. To be fair,
nothing to shout.
Because he's a defensive
nothing
guy.
To shout and chomp about. We've looked it up before.
Okay, fair. All right, so on to the NFC East, which I think the champion is pretty easy to pick in this one too. I mean, I guess you can throw out whomever you feel like it, but.
Yeah, I don't want you just assuming I'm picking the Eagles, but I am picking the Eagles. It's the best roster in football. Again, I don't know how many times we have to go over it. They have 2 top 5 tackles on the offensive line. They have a top 1 running back. They have 2 top 15 receivers with a top 5 receiver. If you want to argue him there, you have 2 defensive backs that came in as rookies and made massive impacts and only are going to grow on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Both those dudes. Your linebacking core, Zach Braun. What's his name? Should be back from injury. The kid from Georgia. Remember, he got hurt at the end of the year and he wasn't even there. The middle linebacker, the one that got drafted super late. What's
Bond?
No, Zach Braun's the one they brought in.
Right.
But the other kid that
you're right. Nolan Smith.
He's still playing good.
Not Quay Walker. Is it Quay Walker?
No,
it's another Georgia boy, wasn't it?
He's with the Packers. Good try though, Chuck.
I'm reaching. I'm trying to get to that team.
But
it was another linebacker though, Georgia linebacker.
Nakobe
Dean, Samuel Melvin. They have so many Georgia players.
Yeah. Nakobe Dean. So you even have him coming back off injury.
Jalen Carter up front.
There's no way that the Eagles aren't number 1 off. The only way this team isn't fighting for another Super Bowl is injury. Offensive coordinator has changed.
Sure.
Yeah. Eagles offensive coordinator. I will look up. I gotta find that.
I mean,
but otherwise, I don't know. It's again. Look at defensively. Which you have Jalen Carter, top 5 defensive tackle. You are loaded.
Zach Braun was in the defensive player of the year conversation towards the end of the year last year. How nuts is that?
He's one of the top linebackers.
And then you got DeJean and Mitchell. They have star power at every level on defense, and then on offense you have fucking Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith.
Offensive coordinator is Kevin Patullo. He got promoted, so that could be something that.
I'm okay with that for 1 year, until Yeah, that's an easy one. I think everyone's a clean sweep.
The most talented roster in the NFL. I have my hesitations with there being a more difficult schedule, with losing your OC, with
Nick
having
Sirianni
a possible
being your coach in general.
Super Bowl hangover. Like, the talent is just too great, I think, for them to really fall.
Imagine if they had a better head coach. How good they would be.
Shots fired.
I'd put him up on the shit list. Nick Sirianni.
Schottenheimer?
No, Nick Sirianni.
I'm sorry, Sirianni. I'm thinking of Cowboys. Because
Coming
Sirianni just fucking won a Super Bowl. Oh my lord!
So we're all Eagles.
Yeah. All right.
Shots fired. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Count. I think number 2 is also kind of going to be pretty easy to say.
Bring it back to the Redskins.
The Commodores, yeah.
Commanders.
The Commodores.
Commanders.
Well, you said Redskins, so don't come at me now.
Well, I said it wrongly on purpose. You said it wrongly.
On purpose as well? Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty easy. Obviously,
pretty easy, obviously.
They have a top 7 quarterback wherever you put him.
The team's gotten better.
Terry McLaurin, I think, showed up.
He did
yesterday,
but he's not.
It's a hold-in.
He's not practicing. He's on the pup list.
It's a hold-in.
He's on the pup list. Physically unable to perform.
I mean, you worry a little bit about a sophomore slump, but I think that team is being built the right way. I like the additions.
I don't disagree.
Made.
No, I think that they made the swing for Tunsil. They re-signed
Great call, Charlie.
Like, no, they've made the move for Debo. Like, that might be a little weird, but like, he can provide enough. Like, and for what they gave a 5th up for him. Why not? See what he's got with Daniels. See a little jet sweep motion kind of thing. They still have Eckler, who it can run the ball for, and Robinson. 2. Like,
Noah Brown had a really good.
That team offensively, and then that defense is legit too. They did lose
Luke McCaffrey in his 2nd year coming out.
Oh,
okay, rookie year
out of Rice, right? I think he was out of Rice. Anyway,
I mean, Lattimore with another year there.
Yeah, no, their defensive line didn't they? Well, they lost the guy. Oh, who was it? Damn, I don't want to say Jared Allen is what comes to mind, but that's not it. It's I wanted him to come to the Seahawks, and he didn't.
They brought in Von Miller. Was it Louvu?
Yeah, their linebackers up there.
Been great.
Yeah, he's a good linebacker.
But overall, that's an easy number 2. I think
brought in Kinlaw, still have Payne.
There you go.
Payne's the guy that they re-signed.
Payne's a beast.
Sheldon Day.
Did they re-sign Jonathan Allen?
That's it. That's who left. Jonathan Allen.
Yep. No,
that's who
they
left.
Lost him.
Yeah. That's I wanted Seattle to sign him, but no. Overall, I think that's a clear, easy number 2. So on both divisions, we're 1, 2 the same so far. So 3, Downey. Who you got?
Well, I'm going to say Giants.
Whoa.
I think that the Cowboys are one and done in the coaching area again. I think that Schottenheimer gets fired after this year. I think Daboll does enough to save his job. I'm going to go with the Giants. Probably not. I'll probably switch on August 31st. But right now I'm saying Giants.
Okay, all right.
I also like that they called out Russ as the starter just to put that in the book. So there's maybe a competition going on in camp, but it's not in the media. In the media, you have your number 1.
You want to silence that. I don't disagree with that.
I like that. I think that's a veteran coach move. I know they've done some stupid stuff. That defensive line / front 7 could be incredibly good. Like the best in football. If you want to break it down, they have Burns. They got Thibodeau. They got the kid they just drafted at Carter out of Penn State, who I was massively huge on. Yes. Dexter Lawrence is the number 1 defensive tackle.
4 elite.
Oh, yeah. No, Abdul Carter. Yeah, no, they are set on that defensive line.
Excuse me.
Should be nasty. Like, so.
My hang up, though, with that.
Go for it. So are you putting Dallas 3 then? Is that what you're doing?
I'm putting Dallas 3 because
all right.
I just don't believe the Giants are going to
actually put it together.
I think Daboll's a better coach.
The Giants, they do. I think they do have a better coach.
And I don't think it's like a lot of wins, but I think it's like 6 wins to 5 wins.
Ooh.
Not like it's like a close, like.
You think Dallas is only going to get 5 wins this year?
Oh, I don't think they're good at all.
I still don't know who the running back is.
Yeah, I think that team's so.
Javonte Williams.
I think that team's super top heavy.
They drafted.
There's a bunch of guys. Oh, Javonte Williams. Is he healthy? Like,
Yeah,
it hasn't been the same.
Oh, they signed
that whole team is like
Miles
that. Sanders.
Yeah,
Is that
is he healthy too?
Is going to come together? I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm just for the sake of
So
argument.
I'm not saying it's a big difference.
Yeah.
I'm saying that it's like it's in that range where it's going to be 5-6 wins.
I just don't believe in Russell Wilson. I think the only
I don't
way
either, but I'm
you
not saying he's getting the
win
wins, Trev.
as the Giants is Jackson Dart has to start sooner than later, and he has to show out. If he has a slow development, I just can't see the Giants really being a contender even for third place in that division.
I want to see Jameis just huck the ball to Malik Neighbors. That's what needs to happen. That's gonna
30 and 30, brother. 30 and 30.
That's what's gonna give you your best option to win in those crazy games.
Malik Neighbors does seem for real.
Put Winston out there and just have him just use that cannon all over the fucking field.
It's honestly,
that's the difference. That's
honestly,
the difference.
this is the biggest offensive line question because you've drafted all these dudes. So are you gonna? You made a couple trades. You made a couple moves. Are you going to finally put this together? Because if you don't, it doesn't matter who you're going to. Because they've had one of the worst offensive lines in years.
I will also put it on wax that I unfortunately believe more in the Cowboys roster. I'm going Cowboys-Giants 3-4 because I do think that the Cowboys with Dak and CD and George Pickens, and they just paid Jake Ferguson today.
Yeah.
They gave him 4 for $52. So you're putting out money before you buy in Micah. That might be a little point of contention there. But I just think the Cowboys just traditionally know how to find a way to win a few games more.
Again, it just comes back to talent. Like,
agreed. That defensive line, okay, if that defensive line pops in New York, they could find themselves second in that division. Like, they have some crazy athletes on defense, but they got to stay healthy and they actually got to get it done.
Second's a little high there, Charlie.
It could be, but I'm just saying, I get
shit.
it, but I'm just saying, like, a suffocating defensive line
Talk
in
about
today's
a hot
NFL.
take.
Yeah, but what if Jackson Dart can play like Bo Nix?
Who? Well, he's not going to get a shot. He's got to sit by. They're going to give Russ the first month, right? So what happens if 1-3 happens, though?
Because you also have the most brutal schedule in football.
Oh, my God. It's insane.
You literally have one of the most the hardest schedules.
It's one of the worst ones we've seen
I don't think you should start Jackson.
I agree. You don't want to fuck his confidence up right out of the chute.
Let this schedule. You're the worst place. You have the chance to be the worst place team with the hardest schedule. Start Jameis and Russ. Let them take the ass kickings.
I agree with this take.
And then bring Jackson because you're going to, I mean, maybe later. Wins or bye? That's a big question.
We have to work that up.
That's a question.
My question to you, though, is does Dayball have that time?
No.
I don't think he has. I mean, if you finish better than the Cowboys, sure. I'm probably going to
switch on the 31st because I forgot they have the hardest schedule.
Yeah,
they literally have the hardest schedule in football, which is going to be super hard for a team.
Oh, dude, it's like on the road to Philly, on the road to Kansas City, home for the Commanders. Like their first 4 weeks are
and
just
you have to play
gauntlet.
you have to play the Commanders in Philadelphia both twice. You have to play
right?
two really good teams. So, well, that's our preview. Welcome back to Balls and Brews. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Got another brewski.
A little third beer action.
Smells yummy.
Oh, wow. Full of flavor. It does smell yummy.
I needed that.
That's delicious.
After them hops. That Sun Smack, dude. It's a blood orange blonde, and it only drinks at 5%. Shout out to our local boys at Great Basin, Sparks, Nevada. It tastes like a blood orange.
It's delicious. Can's really cool too.
Whole lot.
Check out the can. It's cool.
Instagram, baby. It'll be up for sure.
I like the backside of the can more than the front of the can.
It's sweet,
yeah. No, I agree. I kind of like the spillover effect of dope. So, okay, we went hop heavy the first 2 beers, right? And then this is a blonde. This is a summer beer. It's no wonder why it's called Sun Smack.
Easy drinking,
easy drinking.
My only. I mean, I like this. I'm going to drink all this.
Say it.
The only detraction that I think you could even have is maybe a little sweet.
Yeah, I get that. It could be a little sweet.
If I love the flavor. My ideal version of this would be just a tad less sweet.
Right now, I kind of like that extra sweetness.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Yeah. I mean, after what we just had, it's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So we have done our picks. So we're going to look at what Vegas has. Trev's got the betting lines up. We're going to look at that.
You guys,
talk about if we actually want to maybe take some of these. Maybe they're good numbers on what these are.
You guys, please follow us. If you're in Reno and you got some, you know what I want to do? Okay.
We made some money last year.
We made a decent amount of money last year. I want to
make money on Aston Genty.
Money. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I want to put money on Seattle
some
finishing.
Futures.
That's got to be part of our
31st pod.
Yeah, the one that after we go over everything, what we're going to stand on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
I might go make that bet tomorrow.
There could very much.
No, it's probably better to make those bets sooner than later, but
there's
we'll
that
save
too.
it
The
for
odds
that
are going to
pod.
swing. I want to put money on my future to win. We're only at 7.5 wins. I bet Josh that a night out at Pizza Baron that I was going to go 11-6.
You went a little high. I told you you should.
11. I went 10 is much more.
I told him to go 10. I tried to advise him. I didn't
care. Team hope.
Yeah. And I don't mind if I take that L and we go out to Pizza Baron. It's a fun ass night, dude. Him and I have done that a couple of times.
Team's winning, or I'm getting some good pizza. Food and drink.
Yeah, for real though. It's a win-win either way. I really want the Seahawks to go 11-6 though. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about.
Not yet.
All right. So in the AL, I don't know why I'm stuck in baseball.
You have in the whole pod.
AFC East, we all basically were the same at the top. Bills,
and so is Vegas.
Pats.
Yeah.
Vegas, same, Trev?
Yeah, no. Bills are minus 330 at the top, followed by New England plus 625, Dolphins plus 700, and the Jets at plus 1,800.
So,
wow.
That's a big...
That's to win it.
That's to win it.
This is to win the division.
Yeah. So,
but even Chuck took the Jets at 3, so you are projecting them to be better than the Vegas are projecting.
Yes, by a significant amount. Yes, because the difference between 3 and 4 was a whole nother 800.
Shows, dude.
Yeah.
When we do, dude, we're going to go through this, and I'm super excited to do this year. We're going to do a quick, every week, we're going to go through and pick best. We're going to try to at least pick best quarterbacks. Maybe we'll only pick a handful of games to go over it. We're never going to pick the Jets to have the best quarterback.
Depends with injuries.
And
with
injuries,
schedule. If you're talking opening week matchups, you could have a very good pitch there, but you never it comes down to where you're playing third string or something.
Yes, I misspoke. He'll be better than a third string. Sorry.
Oh man.
All right.
So
we're. Vegas does that one's easy. That's the easiest division to choose in football. It's the Bills and everybody else. It just is right now.
And there's probably there might not even be another wild card team in that division.
No, I would see that they could cannibalize themselves for 2, 3, 4, and then be 7-9 all the way down.
Let's look at that NFC
or 7 and 10, I guess technically.
Yeah, because a new game.
NFC East, I was right on Vegas. Philly at minus 160 as the favorite.
Easy.
Washington following that at 230.
Well, we all are. We all picked it because I switched.
You switched it
up? I did switch.
All right, Cowboys at plus 675 and then pulling up the rear at plus 3,000.
Is that worse than the Jets?
Yes, that's worse than the Jets.
I think your best money on that right there is the number 2 because Washington, the Commanders, I don't have enough
What's
faith
the Commanders' number is that?
It's plus 230
right,
in second. Do we want to look at win totals or just because if
they have them up? I'd love to see them. I'd love to see the win totals for sure. Bring it on, me brother.
Okay, let me see if I can pull
this
up. We're on William Hill Sports app right now.
I kind of like this easy drinking stuff, bro. My mood has changed. My palate feels a little bit better.
I'm my bad about the 9-9.
No, it started off. That started off with quite the hit. But I also bring 13%ers on the pod every now and again. So
that's your bad.
I will not apologize for who I am.
You apologize.
I will not. Look.
This is a drinking brewski, though. I'll give you the 100% on that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Completely agreed. Do they have win totals?
It's given me. It's not the easiest.
Over unders. It's not even by division. It looks like.
No, it's not. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to find it so it's a little nicer than what it's showing me. So buy me some time.
Okay, what I will buy you is a fucking 3-teamer. Okay, so here's could we do a 3-teamer, all of us, right? And you pick. What if we all take the overs on our team? Do you believe you're going to win over on?
I don't know what it is, Chuck, and I don't want to.
Let's do that. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to know our threes.
Well, he's got to find it
I
first.
want to go over. I know I want to go over. I'm like 7.5 or 8.
Like you slow that roll.
I'm asking this question. I'm very slowed.
Pull it back.
No, I'm asking a question. I'm asking questions.
Okay, no, I'm getting there. Over under for Seattle is 8.5.
Yeah, I want over on that. I definitely believe we can win 9 games.
What's yours, Chubb?
Mine is
10.5.
10.5.
10.5.
What's mine?
10.5.
You have the easiest schedule in football.
That is true. That is true. Okay.
Yes,
good
we
take.
do. Yes, we
so
do.
You're gonna take over on that then?
No.
I don't know, man.
Okay. All right. And the Raiders?
The Raiders, I'm still looking for. For some reason, it just wants to give me. Well, no, it does have the AFC in there. Maybe I missed them.
Oh, I go down right
there. There we are, 7.5 for the Raiders.
Yeah, I know. I don't know about that over. I like a good 7
because the AFC West is fucking lit.
7 is a nice number.
So you take under?
I think so. I want it to be over, but I've said that for years.
Fair. But if you were a betting man, if we were to put together a parlay,
dude, we have a really hard division. We have the number
I know. I don't disagree. I would go under.
We have the number one defense to play in Denver. We get the number one quarterback coach combo in the fucking world with Reed and Mahomes,
right?
And then we got the upcoming Chargers,
dude, who I think got better this offseason.
I'm in a similar position with you, like with the Niners being at 10.5. I guess we have an easy schedule.
And how many times do you play the Cardinals in the first 6? Because they're going to win that game. They're not going to win the back ones, but they'll win the first half game.
Well, my concern is having a younger team than usual. And with the younger players, you're going to get those games where maybe it doesn't go the way you think it should. And you're still good, but are you good enough to get that close win in some of those situations?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got the quarterback at $50 million. You better.
I believe in my team.
Yes.
Being good in the double digits.
No, it needs to be said that now that this is becoming Brock Purdy's team, right? You're transitioning away from being able to build around him. It's got to be him, right?
Is Kyle the dude? I think that question has got to start coming into point at some point.
It's been brought up before.
It has.
I will.
I think he gets the buy or the safety net of like there's nobody better, right? Like unfortunately he can choke. He's choked away several big games from several different franchises, but like.
But when we did our top coaches, I mean, he was in 2 of ours. Only one of us didn't have him in the top 5, right?
No, I think he's a great coach. I'm saying this from the outside looking. I was just laughing because Chuck had an amazing point and really kicked somebody in the balls.
Dude, yeah, that's a ball kicker for sure.
He's yeah. Anyway, I don't want to kick a man when he's down. I'll have my one joke, but I just think that Shanahan, he is elite. When he's clicking, he is elite. But his downfall is very much USA, it's South Alabama-esque. You run through the regular season like a hoss, and then you can't win the big games. That's the knock, and I'm sorry.
That was Andy Reid's knock too. All right,
sure.
Until it happened,
sure. Till it happened repetitively.
Yeah. I don't know how we. Well, I do kind of know how we got there, but
okay, upward and onward.
Upward and onward.
So I don't want to do that bet, Chuck. There's other future bets we can do, but I am not.
I am going to put down money on mine to go. I believe we can.
We don't want to pick our over or unders on a parlay.
I do. I want to go put down like $100 on that, bro.
Maybe like, there's a hat bet at least somewhere there.
Maybe put it. Well, maybe do your own because I'm going to put my own money. I'm going to put money down on Ashton.
Okay, you're gonna go for rookie of the year.
Yeah, for sure. I'm making that.
What's his future on that, dude?
He's got to be the favorite.
He's got to be right, exactly. So,
well, you got to get to our fandom and everything. Let's wait. Let's hold that for when we get to the AFC West.
Okay,
I'll probably even pull that. So, fandom this week's gonna be kind of wrestling in the wake of
We're
Hulk Hogan.
We're gonna retouch on, I guess what What did wrestling mean anything to you as a kid? Because it was for me. It was a big thing when I was a kid.
I watched it all the time. It was trying to stay up later to watch Raw or Nitro.
Yeah.
And then they put one like on Friday.
Thunder. It was Thunder for WCW and SmackDown for WWE/E.
Dude, no, it just brings me back to middle school. Again, us wrestling in the fucking yard and like Tucker we start getting pay-per-views.
Everybody
for
switching
the WrestleManias.
Houses. We'd all switch houses.
Oh my goodness.
SummerSlam, Royal Rumble.
All of them. We'd bounce around to every house.
The big ones are always fun to watch.
But then we had we were all playing you had the two
Mercy.
Well, you had the two video. You had the WCW game. And
you had Nitro. You had No Mercy from WWF.
And then you had the other game for WWF.
Attitude. You had
on the 64, and you were just like playing as all the characters.
The
and then
classic one at the arcade.
Yes.
Then you do like the Royal Rumble with everybody, man.
That was very, very
Sticks,
arcade.
Dude. I love Sticks. But even when you do those other ones, like same thing when we do college football or when I play like Marvel Alliance. Doing like all the different costumes. Like I remember doing the WCW one and you could go through like the NWO costumes. You could go through like all the Hulk Hogan costumes. You could go through like old Sting costumes. Through like their whole
Let me ask you something.
thing.
Okay. Your personal top 3. Go.
Not counting Hulk Hogan.
No, just your personal top 3.
I was a big Sting fan.
Okay. He had longevity as fuck, dude. I understand.
I was a bigger WCW fan at that point.
Okay.
Because I thought like Hart and all those guys ended up coming over, to WCW.
Okay.
Let's see. I gotta think about that because
Hulk Hogan's I did put it on the spot. I did put it on the spot.
Ultimate Warrior been an old one. Jake Snake Roberts an old one. Diamond Dallas Page was fun.
DDP, what a great shout.
DDP was fun.
What a great
I gotta
shout.
put him up.
There's so many out there.
I was always rooting for him.
I loved Booker T when I was a kid.
I'm gonna stick WCW only. So my 3 in WCW would have been Sting, Diamond Dallas Page. Goldberg was interesting, but never lost.
Well, he was just he didn't actually wrestle. He just speared.
Dude, for a long time,
he just Tyson. He was the Mike Tyson
dudes for a while.
Yeah.
My 3rd in WCW.
I mean, there's so many names.
Kevin Nash. I was a huge Kevin Nash fan because he was NWO white and black, but then he came to red and black.
Yeah, big sexy, dude.
Yeah. And he didn't get a lot of love in the WWE. Yeah.
No, he was all WCW.
Yeah.
He did not get a lot of love in the WWE.
So Kevin Nash, number 3.
Okay, shit.
I mean, if we're not doing Hulk.
Because obviously in the WWF at that time, it would have probably been Stone Cold.
Yeah, I was more WWF. So
I was
going to go Stone Cold,
Manhunt,
The Rock, Mankind.
You can't shit on The Rock. Undertaker.
Undertaker
WWF is so much more
I think
iconic,
about
dude.
Ric Flair. I think about Macho Man.
Macho Man. See, they all
Ultimate Warrior, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan was
goodness,
no, dude, I was more in the I was into the slop with the Godfather and Val Venus and Hardcore Holly.
See, you're after us.
Oh, dude, no, not
Hardy
after.
Boys.
That's the Hardy Boys. Yeah, no, Edge and Christian. No, it's all the same era.
I kind of remember
Shamrock.
those.
I loved WWF wrestling when I was a kid.
Edge and Christian.
D'Lo Brown, the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Brothers.
That's a lot of tag teams.
All of the Hollies, dude. I loved it. Rey Mysterio, But if I'm going my top 3, my favorite wrestlers as a kid to always watch, let me see. Mankind, I did. I loved Mick Foley and all of his Dude Love. Yeah, he's got
Sacco.
Yeah,
Mr.
Sacco. That's Mankind. He's got 3. He's got Dude Love. He's got Mankind, and Cactus Jack is his third one. His third one. Yeah. So Mick Foley is an elite wrestler, dude. That when the Undertaker throws him off
that's
of the
one of the
cage,
best matches.
He killed him. Jim Ross is just he's dead.
That's one of the best matches.
Oh my lord,
the Mick Foley Undertaker cage match is insane.
Oh my god. And then honestly, I love the Hardy brothers. Jeff Hardy is probably my second favorite wrestler behind Mankind. The Swanton Bomb, and he'd do that shit off of 30 fucking feet.
Dude, some of the shit those guys do. Remember, the other Hart died jumping off the ceiling and hit his head.
That was Hart. That was Owen Hart.
Yeah, the other Hart brother.
Well, no, he got dropped. He was coming out on a zip line, and his fucking shit, he fell 100 and some odd feet. Hella sad, dude. Dude, Bret Hart's a fucking
earlier with Triple H. We didn't really bring
everything with the DX was great.
DX.
Shawn Michaels, Road
Dogg.
I was always a Bret Hart over Shawn Michaels fan when Shawn Michaels went dirty on him.
Yeah. No, Bret Hart was a fucking.
Remember Jake the Snake died by his snakes like eating him?
Dude, no. I remember Eddie Guerrero,
he died too of brain stuff.
Well, yeah, he unfortunately had I hate to bring this name up,
$1 Million Man,
dude. Chris Benoit, I know it unfolded horribly for him, but he was one of my favorite ones to watch.
Well, he was part of the Four with. Remember, he was part of the. What's Ric Flair's group? The Four?
Well, no, there's the Four Horsemen, but there's also Evolution. But that was Batista, Randy Orton, Triple H.
No, but Ric Flair had his group, and that Chris Benoit was part of that group.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because, dude, oh my God! All right. Shout out to current day wrestling. They do better at the ladies than they did back when we were into wrestling.
Well, the ladies,
Trish Stratus,
the only ladies
Lita,
for us were
Lita could fucking wrestle her ass off.
The ladies for us were only to be in Playboy.
Stacy Keibler.
Yeah, legs.
Yeah, it was.
She got legs.
Different target audience.
Dude, and so like the later version would be like I was out on like John Cena came later.
I've never been to John Cena, Batista.
Great name drop.
Kurt Angle was
that's
WCW.
In that era.
Yeah.
No, he's WWF.
No, he started WCW. He came in. Yeah, he came in as the Olympian.
He was both.
No, he was both, but he started WCW because he came in as the Olympian. That they brought him in as a fight.
WCW?
Yes.
Man, okay. If you're
hold back on my shit.
Hold back on my shit. No, golly, dude. I watched Raven, Rob Van Dam. Did you guys ever get into ECW?
He was in WCW first too.
Rob Van Dam? No, he was ECW first.
No, before he went to ECW, he was WWE.
I disagree. No, that one I know I'm right on. He was an ECW guy. Promise you. That one I will die on. That one you're wrong. That one you're wrong. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to post it on X and Instagram. Follow us. Make sure. For apparently wrestling fandoms as well. Spotify, Buzzsprout, YouTube, right?
Yeah, you won't see us next week because we getting fucked up.
We're going to go do some adult camping.
A week off next week. We all be camping together.
Yeah.
The following week,
we'll come back with some stories.
So we might do a 2-man.
A catch-up pod for sure.
Well, that you guys will have to do another division. No, let's just see if we can do a late one.
We'll see how it works out. We might be able to squeeze something else in.
Yeah, let's see if we can do like a 5 o'clock pod or something on Sunday.
I can do 5 o'clock on a Sunday. It is an option. All right. So then we'll see 103, 104 is coming up. All that. I got a lot of beer to drink.
Cheers, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yeah,
we'll see you in a couple weeks.